What's up, Internet? I'm Matt Brickman. This is 7:34 from WCCO. I know most of you are on your way to work or about to head out the door. Let's get you started with today's weather because I do have some good news. Relatively speaking, it's still ugly this morning, but it's going to get better. Weather watch your red because we've got a warmer day ahead. And actually, it's about 5 degrees warmer right now than what we saw at this time yesterday. After a little bit of rain, though, the last couple of days and calm winds this morning, we do have some fog. The worst of it in Osceola and Princeton and up around Duluth. That is going to be clearing over the next couple of hours, and eventually we'll get rid of these clouds, too. In fact, we're already starting to see some sunshine out west. You can see by Wilmer that hole in the clouds. That is going to move into the metro. Probably not until this afternoon, though, so it'll still be pretty cloudy all morning long. Twins game starts at 12:10, right around 50 degrees, but you'll see increasing sunshine as that game wears on, and highs should be in the mid-50s, about 10 degrees warmer than yesterday. Hey, speaking of the Twins, have you been to a game yet this season? They're 18-10, leading the division, but Target Field's been pretty much half empty for most of the home games. Average attendance in April is about 17,000 fans. That's down from about 21,000 last April. It's the second biggest drop in the majors. Now remember, the Twins were terrible last April. They lost 11 of 13 at one point, 8 in a row. Weather wasn't any better. We had 2 big April snowstorms, a couple of days in the 30s. So why aren't you going to games this year when they're good? Is it the weather? Is it the prices? Or just other things you'd rather be doing? If you're watching on Facebook, leave a comment, leave one on Twitter as well, and we'll read through some of those coming up in about 3 minutes. Hey, after years of headaches and millions of wasted taxpayer dollars, Governor Tim Walz wants to pull the plug on the state's troubled vehicle registration system.
If we're going to fail fast and fix it, save money for the taxpayers and get this thing on the right path. We have been dying a slow death for 12 years here, certainly over the last 2 years, and it doesn't make sense.
An expert panel on MNLARS decided it's too cumbersome to fix, so now the state will start over with a private commercial software package. The whole mess will cost taxpayers about $186 million, but that does include the $100 million they've already spent. There are new questions about the Mohammed Noor investigation. Some say mistakes were made in how investigators handled the case. Hennepin County Attorney Mike Freeman said the BCA made mistakes early on. One involved having Noor's squad car washed after the shooting and putting it back into service. There were also issues with body camera usage. Since then, MPD has changed its body camera policy, requiring them to be on for all calls. BCA Superintendent Drew Evans says agents did a thorough and independent investigation, but Governor Walz has ordered the BCA to provide a report on how it investigated the case. Meanwhile, Mohammed Noor remains in jail after a jury convicted him of murder in the shooting death of Justine Ruszczyk-Damon. Attorney General William Barr says he will not be showing up for a House Judiciary Committee hearing today. He was scheduled to testify about the Mueller report, but the Justice Department cited a dispute over who's going to be doing the questioning. This after yesterday, Barr defending himself against blistering criticism from Senate Democrats. They accused him of acting on behalf of President Trump. The 2020 presidential race got even more crowded this morning. Colorado Senator Michael Bennet launched his campaign just about 20 minutes ago. He's the 21st Democrat to join the race. You're looking at another Democratic candidate who will be in Minnesota today. Pete Buttigieg is holding a private fundraiser in St. Paul this afternoon. Tickets for that are sold out, but tonight he's going to be in Minneapolis for a different fundraiser, and you can get tickets to that one if you'd like to attend. All right, ladies, get your big hats ready. Fascinators, what are those things called? Anyways, Kentucky Derby is Saturday. Suddenly, the race is wide open after the favorite, Omaha Beach, is out. According to Sports Illustrated, Tim Layden, he has an entrapped epiglottis. Now, I know you know what that means, but so let me explain it for anybody else watching. It basically makes it hard for the horse to breathe during exercise. So the Derby odds are going to be updated later this morning. We're expecting a horse named Game Winner to be made the new favorite. Big news for Star Wars fans. Starting today, you can book a trip to the new theme park at Disneyland. The resort in California will begin taking reservations for the park starting at 10 this morning. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opens on May 31st. Reservations will be required only if you plan a visit between opening and June 23rd. If they just waited a couple more days, they could have done this on May the 4th, May the 4th. Okay. The Jonas Brothers were back on the Billboard stage last night, but that wasn't the highlight of their evening. Take a look at what happened after the show.
I, Joseph. Take you so. To be my wedded wife. With this ring. I do love you. And I love you. I thank God.
There you go. Joe Jonas and Game of Thrones star Sophie Turner got married in Vegas. Diplo posted video of the the ceremony on Instagram. Nick and Kevin were groomsmen. Couple has been engaged since October of 2017. And more Joe Bro news. They also announced a new world tour. They're just here last month at the Armory during the Final Four, but they're going to be at the X this time in St. Paul on September 16th. Tickets will go on sale next Friday, and I bet you they go really fast. Okay, let's get back to today's talker. The Twins are playing really well, one of the best records in baseball, but no one's going to the ballpark. Attendance at Target Field has dropped about 20% from last April. So I wanted to know, why aren't you going to these games? Is it the weather? Is it just too early for baseball? Or you've just got better stuff to do? Our digital guy Cole is here now to read your responses. What's the overwhelming take on this?
We do have a common theme in our comments here. We got Spencer saying, good morning, cool weather and cost of a good seat make it hard to justify attending. We have Sir Dan saying $15 beers.
Yeah.
We have Christy saying way too cold and the prices. We prefer the Saints games.
So here's the thing about prices. You can get a ticket to a Twins game on the secondary market for like $4 or $5 right now. So that's really cheap. I do think the weather is a big thing. A couple of responses on Twitter from Nicolette saying, let's see, weather and just burnt out on Minnesota sports teams after a dismal Vikings and Timberwolves season. Colin saying, honestly, watching sports from home is so much better. It's cheaper, more comfortable, warmer, and I can flip back and forth between various content. Major League Baseball game is just so long and boring. And Little Miss Fergus says the weather is a huge factor. I'm not going to drive 3 hours just to get there and the game is canceled or rescheduled. Just too uncertain. It's a beautiful stadium, but if I'm planning for a game day, I need to be sure.
Yeah, we have Heather saying should have built a retractable roof when they made Target Field.
It's going to be so nice in June, though, when it's sunny and we're sitting outside. All right, that is it for now. This is the 7:34 from WCCO, time when most of the Twin Cities are on the go. If you haven't already made us part of your morning routine, go ahead and do that. We're back here for you every morning tomorrow at 7:34. Until then, be nice to each other on the internet.